Today we're going to try Benihana's Rocky's Choice meal, which has steak and chicken, onions, and zucchini over rice. Now this was a very expensive frozen meal, weighing in at 10 ounces. That's about standard for a frozen meal generally, but it cost $4.59 at Target, so you're definitely paying a premium over the standard like $2.50, $3.50 area of a frozen meal, so hopefully it's worth it. Let's take a look at what it looks like before I microwave it. Okay, that looks super appetizing, doesn't it? I mean, anyways, it looks like you can see the chunks of chicken and steak, so that's a positive. It looks like it's generally real food. Something about this packaging, though, it makes me feel like I'm going blind looking at it. It's slightly blurry, and that's the film. It's not the camera. I don't know why. This side with the rice touching it is very clear. This side's slightly blurry. It makes me feel weird. Fairly standard instructions here. Peel back film, microwave 2 minutes 30 seconds, stir, then microwave for another 2 minutes, and let stand. All right, I got my bowl out of the microwave. You can see there, not quite like the picture. I mean, I gotta say, I feel like I'm missing some toppings here. Obviously, it's not supposed to be like the picture, but I do feel like there could be more chicken and more steak in here, and especially more zucchini. I would have thought that there would be a lot of zucchini because it's cheap, but there's like 3 bites of zucchini in here, which is odd. Mostly rice. I guess that's expected, but still feels a little skimpy considering the price I paid. It smells really good. I'm gonna get a bite with everything. That's my goal. Some chicken, some steak, and some zucchini. It's kind of a big bite there. It's got everything on it. The steak just fell off. Let me get it back on there. And then we'll taste it. Here we go. Interesting meal as I'm looking at the ingredients list, which is surprising. Cooked jasmine rice at the top. The rice is actually very good. Very good cooked jasmine rice. Surprisingly good from the microwave. But the second ingredient is actually zucchini. And like I said, there's almost no zucchini in here. It doesn't make sense because usually the list of ingredients, the thing with the list of ingredients is the thing that there's the most of is supposed to be at the top, and it's like in descending order. So if zucchini's number 2, there should be more zucchini than the chicken and steak, but that's not the case. Maybe I just got a weird package, I guess. So, because according to the package, it should be rice, zucchini, chicken, then steak. That's the order in terms of the amount, and that's true except for the zucchini. There definitely was more chicken than steak. Now, the sauce they put on here, it just says sauce here. It's really good. I don't know what it is exactly. It just says sauce, but you can see the ingredients here. We have soy sauce, roasted garlic, roasted sesame oil, sesame seeds, butter, salt, cornstarch, soybean oil, garlic powder, spice, milk skim powder, natural flavor, salt, onion. That's the list. And some other chemicals I couldn't read, but the taste overall of this meal, even if there was no chicken and steak in here, just the rice, it really tastes very delicious, garlicky, oniony. Probably the best frozen rice I think I've ever had. Which is not to say I didn't like the chicken and the steak. I actually did. The steak, perhaps not as much so. It definitely feels like a cheaper cut of steak meat, but it's still pretty good, seasoned well. The chicken is awesome. There's a good amount of it. Still not as much as I would hope. As I showed you before I cooked it and after I cooked it, there's really not as many toppings as you would want, especially zucchini, but again, that could be just me because the ingredients make it seem like there should be more zucchini. But it's not so far out of line that I think it's like a scam or anything. It's just the way frozen meals are, maybe a little more extreme in terms of comparing the box and the actual item. It all works together, makes a great dish. I think this is a fantastic frozen meal. I really can't think of a criticism besides the toppings amount. I can't think of anything bad about it. It all tastes good. It all works together. The sauce is really good. The rice is good. The chicken's good. The steak is good. Maybe a little lower quality than I would like, but not bad. So keeping that all together, the price is where it kind of boggles it down. $4.59 for this. Maybe a bit much, but I could definitely see why it would be at a premium over some other frozen meals, because it does feel quality for the most part. Everything tastes good and real. There's no mush here. You get real pieces of chicken, real pieces of meat, jasmine rice. That's really good jasmine rice. And when you get zucchini, it's pretty good, and it's good zucchini. So everything's good about it except for the value. But if you can afford it, I would definitely suggest trying it. $4.59. I don't know if I'll buy it again just because the price is so high in comparison to other frozen meals, and there are some cheaper frozen meals that I really enjoy. But this one is excellent, so I'm going to give it a 4 just because of the price. But I think taste-wise, it would probably be a 5. It's really a good frozen meal. It's really just the price that brings it down. And I guess that's what you pay for when you're getting a brand like Benihana, which is, you know, the restaurant. So you pay a little bit more, you get a little better quality. Is it worth it? Maybe, but probably not for me, just because $4.59 for one frozen meal is just a little too much for me. But if it is not too much for you, definitely give it a shot. Benihana, Rocky's Choice, excellent, 4 out of 5. See you next time.